integration by partial fractions. So here we are given an integrand which is a rational function, which is of the form p of x upon q of x. So what we do in problems like these, we split the given rational function into partial fractions, into 2 or 3 or 4 or more partial fractions. And when we add these partial fractions, we get back the given rational function. Also note down that the denominators, they are all in the form of factors. This example on the screen, we see that the integrand is not a rational function because the denominator and the numerator, they are not in the form of polynomials. So what we do is we transform the integrand into the form of a rational function where the numerator and the denominator are in the form of polynomials. So after transforming the integrand into rational functions and seeing that the denominator here in this case has two factors, so we can split this rational function into two partial fractions. And when you have three factors in the denominator, then we'll have to split into three partial fractions as shown on the screen. So after we have done that, what we do is we will add the two partial fractions and then equate only the numerators because the denominators, they are already equal. Now after equating only the numerators, what we do is we will arrange all those expressions which are on the left and on the right into standard forms, where we put the constant first, then followed by the term having t, then followed by the term having t squared, then followed by the term having t cubed, and so on both the sides. And after that, we compare the coefficients of t, and we compare also the constants on both sides. And doing that, we find that a should be equal to 1 and b should be equal to minus 1. So now, since we have got a and b, so we can start doing the integration and find out the answers by replacing the value of a and b. So on replacing the value of a and b, which are in the form of partial fractions, we can proceed as follows. Now, after we have successfully divided the given rational function into two partial fractions, then our next step is to also integrate the partial fractions separately. Now, on integrating the partial fractions separately, we will be getting somewhat like this: log of 2 minus t upon 1 minus t. So, which is in the last line, second last line. And this is your answer. And remember, since in a given problem there is no t given to you, so your final answer should be in the form of sine x, because they have given you in terms of sine x.